A biological life cycle, or just life cycle or life cycle when the biological context is clear, is a series of changes in form that an organism undergoes, returning to the starting state. The concept is closely related to those of the life history,
Developmental biology is the study of the process by which animals and plants grow and develop. Developmental biology also encompasses the biology of regeneration.
Is the process of renewal, restoration, and tissue growth that makes genomes, cells, organisms, and ecosystems resilient.
Resilience is the capacity of an ecosystem to respond to a perturbation or disturbance.
Is a temporary change in environmental conditions that causes a pronounced change in an ecosystem. Disturbances often act quickly and with great effect to alter the physical structure or arrangement of biotic and abiotic
components or abiotic factors are non-living chemical and physical parts of the environment.
Or natural world encompasses all living and non-living things occurring naturally.
In the broadest sense, is the natural, physical, material world or universe.
Latin, universus, is all of space and time.
Time is the continued sequence of existence and events that occurs in an apparently irreversible succession from the past.
Past is the set of all events that occurred before a given point in time. The past is contrasted with and defined by the present.
The present, or here and now, is the time that is associated with the events perceived directly and in the first time, not as a recollection, perceived more than once, or a speculation, predicted, hypothesis, uncertain. It is a period of time between the past and the future.
Future is the time after the present. Its arrival is considered inevitable due to the existence of time and the laws of
science
physics.
are statements, based on repeated experiments or
Observation
observations.
is the active acquisition of information from a primary source. In living beings, observation employs the senses. In science,
from Latin scientia knowledge, is a systematic enterprise that builds and organizes
Knowledge
knowledge.
is the familiarity, awareness, or understanding of someone or something, such as fact.
Fact is an occurrence in the real world. The usual test for a statement of fact is verifiability, that is whether it can be demonstrated to correspond to
Experience is the process through which
Consciousness, at its simplest, is
sentience
sentience.
is the capacity to experience feelings and sensations.
Emotions are biologically based psychological states brought on by neurophysiology. Is the study of nerve cells, neurons, as they receive and transmit information. It is a branch of
Physiology
physiology.
is the scientific study of functions and mechanisms in a living system. As a subdiscipline of
Biology
biology,
is the scientific study of
Life is a characteristic that distinguishes physical entities that have biological processes, such as signaling and self-sustaining processes, from those that do not, either because such functions have ceased, they have died.
Death is a permanent, irreversible cessation of all biological functions that sustain a living organism. Brain death is sometimes used as a legal definition of death. The remains of a previously living organism normally begin to decompose shortly after death. Death is an inevitable, universal process that eventually occurs in all living organisms.